Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Fit Yoga. I'm so very glad that you've decided to spend this time with me. Today, we are doing a yoga flow for strong arms and a stable core. Now, if that sounds good to you, roll out your mat and we'll hop right into it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Sending that right foot back. We will begin by finding our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Bringing ankles under knees, under hips. We'll pick up the toes, spread them out wide, and set them down. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, or come back and down the spine. Close the eyes. And we'll take a few deep breaths here as we ground down through the toes. Slowing the breath as we bring our awareness in to the body, into the breath. Letting go of distractions. Let any thoughts that are not focused on yoga in this current moment drift to the back of the mind. Let the awareness of the space around you dampen. With our next in-breath, we'll circle the arms up overhead, reaching tall with the fingertips. We'll lift the chest, shine the rib cage forward, and send the eyes up the wall in front of us. Another big in-breath. Exhale as a sigh as we sweep the arms out to the sides and hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Let the arms sway and let the neck go soft, drooping the top of the head down to the floor. And then finding any way to move, maybe pedaling out the legs or swaying the upper body. With our next in-breath, we'll find that halfway lift, hovering the hands over the shin or using very light weight as we lengthen forward through the top of the head and engage the core to hold us stable here. With our exhale, we'll fold forward again, reverse swan diving the arms, droop them down to the floor, lift them out to our sides as we reach back towards the ceiling. Exhale, reverse hinging forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reverse, back to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and back to the ceiling again. Now interlocking all fingers but our pointer, we'll reach those up to the ceiling. And lift our left leg up off the mat. We'll circle it out in front and drop the toes down on our right side. Now creating a C or a moon shape with the body, we'll reach the fingertips over to our right side as well. Inhale back through center, bringing our left foot in, and we'll pick up our right, move it to the left and reach. Finding that beautiful side bend. Inhale back through center. Set the feet down, find the balance as we slide the eyes up the wall in front of us, lifting the chest for a baby back bend. Exhale, press the hips back behind as we release the hands. Sway them out to our sides as we bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Now we'll drop the hands down to the floor in front of our toes, hop, stepping, or floating our way back to our plank. We'll spread the fingertips out nice and wide as we press them into the earth. Now holding here for a few breaths as we start to create that warmth in the arms, in the core. Now shifting forward, exhale chaturanga to an up dog or our cobra. And we'll send the hips up and back, down dog. Wiggle out some more. We'll shift forward again through our plank, holding for a breath or two. And then shifting it further forward, exhale chaturanga, this time all the way down to the floor. We'll slide the arms all the way around so they're pointed back at our toes. With an inhale, we'll lift the arms, we'll lift the legs, we'll lift the trunk up off the floor. And with an exhale, we'll soften back down, sliding our right arm straight out from the shoulder, palm presses into the ground. We'll bring our left hand underneath of our left shoulder. Now, pressing into the left hand, we can stack our legs as we roll open to that left side. Or we can pick up our left toes, left leg, and drop it down behind the body, furthering the twist. Like moving through honey. Nice and slowly, we'll soften back towards the floor. Switching sides, we'll bring the right hand under the right shoulder, left arm straight out, palm presses into the ground. Drop the front of the shoulder down as we lift and open up to our right side. And again, nice and slow, we'll roll back onto our abdomen, onto the floor. Slide the left hand underneath the shoulder. Press into the palms on the top of the feet. Inhale for a baby cobra. Exhale to soften. Tuck the toes under, we'll press up and pause here. Plank pose. Press into the fingertips. Now we'll drop the heels over to our right side as we lift our left hand up towards the ceiling for our side plank. Now we can always drop our right knee down to the floor, or we can keep both feet back. Through center to our center plank, taking a moment to reset. And then we'll drop the heels over to our left, lifting the right side plank. Exhale back through our plank again. We'll shift forward, chaturanga to an up dog or a cobra, into our down dog. Now we'll slide the hands in about a hand's distance closer to the toes, closing out some of that space as we shift forward to bring our shoulders over our wrists. We'll bend the knees to hover them over the mat, moving to our levitating table. And then we'll drop the knees the rest of the way down, untuck the toes, rock back so we're seated on the heels. We'll bring the hands out in front, interlocking the fingers. And then we'll find some figure eights, moving the wrists together in some loop-de-loops. Now back through a more neutral place. We'll press the palms out in front of the body and gently pull back on one hand. Pull back on the other. Now reaching the palms up to the ceiling, press the chest forward. We'll unlock the fingers, dropping the left hand down to the floor and reaching the right arm up and over to our left side, finding the side bend again. Now releasing our weight in our left hand first. Inhale, slowly draw us back up. And we'll do the other side, dropping our right hand down, reaching the left over. And then same thing on this side, picking up the right hand first as we use our obliques to pull us back up. We'll circle the arms all the way around to interlock the fingers again. Pull the shoulder blades back and down by lengthening the fingers, lengthening the arms. We'll lift the chest again, find a little baby back bend. And slowly slide the eyes from the ceiling down the wall and straight out in front again as we undo the fingers. Walk or crawl them forward. Spread the fingertips out nice and wide. Plant them into the earth. We'll tuck the toes under. Send the hips up and back behind down dog. And wiggle out. We'll pick up our left leg. Reach the toes towards the ceiling. And then we're going to add a little bit of a bend. As we open the hips up to our left side, we'll slowly pivot and drop the left toes down to the outside of our right mat, reaching our left hand up and over towards the top of our mat, and we'll press the hips up to the ceiling. Slowly bringing our chest back around towards the floor, left leg up and back, three-legged dog. We'll bend at the knee, draw it up to the chest. Drop the inside of our right foot down. And then we'll extend our left foot through our right over to our right side again. And find a variation to our side plank. Exhale, circle right hand back and around. Unthread the left leg. Send it up and back behind. And drop it down. Wiggle out. And we'll pick up the right leg, reach it towards the ceiling. Add a little bend to the knees as we drop the outside of our left foot down and find our fallen angel. Lift the hips, reach the right arm to the top of our mat. We'll bring the chest back around to the mat. Lift the right leg up and back. We'll bring it into the chest. Drop the inside of our right foot. Thread the right foot through and find that variation to our side plank. Again, circling the chest back down, unthreading the right, press it up and back behind, and set it down. We'll shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga to our up dog or our cobra. And back to our down dog. Sliding the hands in those 6 to 8 inches. Bringing in the hands a whole hand's distance closer. We'll move to our levitating table. Engaging through the core and hovering the knees over the mat. Back to our hovering or levitating table. Press the hands into the earth. And we'll drop the knees the rest of the way down. Cross the ankles and we'll roll past the legs, making our way to a seated position. Finding that comfortable seat and sitting up nice and tall. Drooping the shoulders away from the ears and closing the eyes. Adding a little more space between the upper and lower teeth to relax the jaw and the muscles of the face. And we'll sit here for a little while as we slow the breath back down. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love, go in light, go in peace, and go in joy.